Now, we must welcome the man himself inside of this show, hailing to us by way of France, our friends in arms, many times throughout the past, 100-ish years or so. He may not be in France right now, but I know one thing: he knows ball. He knows ball, and he knows what's happening inside of Ecomm and what is working inside of Ecomm right now. I was actually talking with Quentin the other day, and basically with TrendTrack, you can pull up any playbook that is happening with any brand right now, and you can see what is working. I want to bring him inside of this show so he can confirm it himself. But even like total reach on certain ads, 7-day growth, estimated spend, how long the ads have been running, hook, brief analysis on the ads themselves, etc. We must bring him inside of this show. Everybody, welcome Quentin Renevier, CMO of TrendTrack. Get in here, Quentin. Get in here.
Let's go. Oh, he's wired in.
You guys are amazing.
Quentin, you're amazing. Hey, you're amazing. We appreciate you making the time to join us. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for receiving me. What an intro.
Quentin, I would love, okay, I have to say, I am too little plugged in to Ecomm and D2C in Europe, in the EU. Actually, it got me thinking about this a little bit yesterday with ETN, the European Technology
shout out ETN boys
network. ETN, who just raised me. It got me thinking about Europe in general. Quentin, I would like to know, before we get into TrendTrack and man, everything you're doing there, how did you get into e-commerce, brother? Give us a little lore on Quentin and getting into the game of selling on the interwebs.
Well, being honest with you, I'm a sales guy. I've been always selling. I've been selling for Revolut. I've been selling for Microsoft for years. And TrendTrack was started by the three founders, and they were searching for a guy just like me to be able to make TrendTrack go global to all Europe or America, South America, North America. And so I came into the company saying that this is what I'm going to provide. And today I'm in your guys' show, so I think it's
let's go.
Now that's not an easy charter there, Quentin. I mean, to take TrendTrack, reach the EU, reach North America, South America, reach the whole globe. Like that's a big project, my friend.
Yeah, it's very, very tough, especially when we are, to be honest, when we're French, because you probably know the French accent. I have the chance to have an international career, so I did learn Spanish, French, Portuguese, which helped me a lot to be able to talk to Brazilian, to Colombian, Argentinian, Spanish people, and also United States. So yeah, it was pretty helpful to talk those language, but when you're French, it's very different. You cannot understand what is this feeling about coming as a French into the United States. It's something very special.
I would imagine, Quentin, that everybody's enamored when you start talking the accent, the international man of mystery. I would imagine that this would help when you start talking.
Yeah, it helps. It helps because the people laugh at you. So it helps because it makes the conversation easier.
No. You need to tell us whoever's laughing, that way that we can go and have a talk.
It's more about the way, if I open my mouth, they are going to say, "Oh, you're French." like I didn't even spell a word that they know I'm French, so it's kind of it breaks something, so it's directly more comfortable.
The ice. Yeah, definitely breaks the ice.
Quentin, could you back the truck up for us a little bit on TrendTrack and what it's doing for brands and how brands are leveraging it today? Because it's unbelievable what you guys are doing. I would just love to hear it kind of in your own words about what you're seeing.
Yeah. So TrendTrack the founder of TrendTrack, they are all e-commerce merchant. They have a brand as of today. So they literally created the tool because there was no tool on the market for them to help them solve their problem, mainly for ads,
I love that.
for competitor research, all of that. So it was a real pain point that they have themselves, and they decided to literally create a software for them at first, and then we kind of develop it to for everyone. And what we want to provide to the market is the best data, the most accurate data, so the people understand what's working right now in the market, not like 1 year ago, 2 years ago, some stuff, some angle that are already used and the audience is already educated on it, but more about what is working in ecom right now. Whatever the niche, whatever you guys are doing, if you're selling clothes, you can be selling some garden stuff, whatever, you are going to know what's working.
Wow.
This I think is an underrated point. Actually, it came up with Proxima, Colin,
Yeah.
when we were talking with Alex on Friday. When you
Alex
have a merchant who is building a solution for themselves,
Oh,
and then they bring that solution to the market for the rest of the community, then you have a real banger. You have a real
Yeah.
winner on your hands. I've got a few like data points here, Quentin. You tell me if this is right. Okay. TrendTrack scans Shopify and Meta ecosystem daily, 5 million plus top selling stores. Okay. 250 million plus ads. Okay. With 2 to 3 million new ones indexed every 24 hours. Okay. And then layering in Meta's own spin data and
crazy.
similar web traffic into a live view of any brand's ads, funnels, emails, bestsellers, testing patterns. That's okay. So number one, is that true? Number two, if so, that's crazy.
It is not true, because the data that you provided are like dated of like 2 months ago. Right now we should have between, I think, more than 360 million ads available, and more than I think 6 million store. I don't know about the store, to be honest, but every day there is new store, every day there is new ads, and if there is new store and new ads, they're on TrendTrack. There is also something new that we added, which is the email part. We scrap every email of any brand, so if one brand is sending a newsletter or something, we're going to scrap it as well. So every time there's something launching, we get it on TrendTrack, and so the user can access it. Because the main problem that we're solving, because to be honest with you guys, we don't invent anything, to be honest. It's like everything we do is kind of public. But what we provide is something very accessible, a platform where you have everything, instead of building software that like it's impossible to build something like TrendTrack by yourself. So the idea is that you have everything in one place, and every day having new data that you can use for your own brand, to have new ads angle, to understand what email converting, what are the best brand doing for you that you can maybe replicate, and all of that.
Yeah, exactly. That's Quentin, what it makes me think of is dollar signs. Go ahead,
Quentin. When I'm thinking of all of this, there's 3 pieces to this. There's the ad library, there's the traffic estimates, and then there's the revenue signals that you're all tying together. If I'm a brand, where would you suggest that I start if I wanted to kind of get my footing in there of the 3? Where would you want me to start?
If you're starting a brand, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, starting a brand, I would recommend you to check out the brand that are having the most insane ads growth, because obviously if they do have an insane ads growth, it means that stuff are working for them. The traffic is something very, like, it's coming from similar web. There's a lot of people that are not accepting cookies and stuff like that, so we cannot do much about it. We just give an estimation that is giving similar web. But the ads is something that is not lying. If you have a brand that is doing like 3,000 ads, to be honest, you know that this brand is not doing $0 a month. So there is there is a lot of stuff that you can understand just on going into a brand and understanding what they are doing on Meta, on Google, on TikTok, what they're sending by email, what is the latest ads angle they've been testing, and all of that.
Wow. What's fascinating for me, Quentin, because there have been people who have tried this or made an attempt at this, or there have been like tools that have like popped up over the years. I've never seen anybody do the email piece. Number one, email being included. I've never seen
huge.
Number two, what I've never seen is estimated ad spend. I've never seen like any ad spend number like attached to like, hey, here's who's running what ads, and then having like a number attached to that. I have never seen that. To me, that's totally new. I mean, have you seen this before?
I mean, the ad spend is something that you can calculate only in Europe. That's something important. It's a misconception that the people have on the market. So I'm on the show, so I think it's a good thing to say.
Interesting.
In Europe, it's mandatory. Meta is mandatory to give access to the impression of the ads that are spent in
I
Europe.
see.
So on the
Whoa.
basis that you have the impression, if you put the correct CPM that you can choose on TrendTrack, we make a kind of multiplication that make you understand,
see.
like based on this number of impression by the CPM, you get the amount of spend. Obviously, guys, to be honest, not lying to you, we cannot have the exact spending. We're not inside the
Sure.
business manager,
Sure.
but it gives you an insane range about how much a brand is spending in Europe. And in the US, there is something very new that is called ad rank, where right now Meta is every day giving us an update about what an ad's growth is having inside the page, which means that every day we can see if an ad, for example, was ranked yesterday number 15 and today it's ranked number 5. We can detect this. And Meta is combining a lot of different factors to establish this ranking: the impression,
Wow.
the spending, the duplication, the days running, and etc. It's a combination of everything.
Wow.
This is new for me.
This is bananas. I've been in the space for forever and I did not know this.
I did not know this. I did
Ecomm
not
changed a
know
lot.
this.
This is crazy.
That's incredible, man. Okay, so like number one, this like proxy. Let's just say like you're a US brand, like some of the folks and my friends that work with help, etc. Could be that there's even a brand. Could be that there's an Ecomm Cowboy brand that nobody even knows about. It could be.
Secret
Could be.
brand.
I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it is. But this is a great proxy. Number one, let's just say you're US focused. You could look at what your competitors are doing on TrendTrack in the EU, in the UK. You get a great proxy for like how much ad spend has been going out there, and then this Meta ad rank, specifically inside of the US. This is very new for me, and that information for the Meta ad rank, etc., is available inside TrendTrack. Is that the case, Quentin?
One,
Nope,
two.
I think we lost him. I think
We
we
lost him for a sec.
I think I mean. Yeah, sorry.
Quentin,
Yeah, I don't know why.
are you?
Could you?
You're still.
Sorry.
Are you still with us? You're still with us.
Yep,
We love you.
I can
Let's
hear you.
go. Okay,
One,
you're
two.
here. This Meta ad rank piece, is that available inside of TrendTrack? Is that information
Yep.
available inside?
Absolutely.
Of TrendTrack?
Yeah, absolutely. You just go. Yeah, you have one filter to choose. It's called ad rank. And you can literally find the ranking of any ads. So yeah.
Quentin, you guys basically have, I would consider it like a three-legged stool right now with your offering, with the ad libraries. You have the revenue, you have the traffic estimates. How else do you want to build out in the future? Like, what are you seeing as basically the next version of this? What else do you want to add into this kind of library of kind of assets that you guys have?
Yeah, we want to transform the stuff into. Right now, we are a library that's a very good, actually, analysis. We are a library, and we want to make something more tailor-made, which means that we want that if you come on TrendTrack, you put the name of your brand, and based on the name of your brand, we're going to suggest you everything you need to check, so you don't lose yourself inside this whole library stuff where it's difficult to know which information to go look at. There is so much stuff at the end of the day that could be sometimes difficult to find the information that you want. So the idea is that you get a brand, you go on TrendTrack, you put the name of your brand, and based on that, we're going to put you everything that you need to know that is happening in your space, your biggest competitors, the ads that you need to look at, the competitor that are increasing the traffic, the best email they're sending. So something very specific just for you, not just a library, as you said. Very good analysis, by the way. We are library.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We do a little bit of e-commerce on this show. We do a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little
e-commerce.
Just a little bit here. I've seen Quentin. I've seen Zach Stuck talking about.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen.
Oh my gosh.
I've seen a number of people pop up on the timeline as of late, specifically related to the MCP and how people can use TrendTrack inside of their own Claude experience or their own Chat GPT experience. Can you speak to this at all? How this may like help hands-on keyboard, marketers in their everyday?
Yeah, the MCP release was something that, to be honest, I was not expecting for us to work so well. We kind of blow up the industry, and we really started to scale because I think right now a software that is not having an API or MCP is just killing himself. Like as of today, you cannot work with a software like this. So we decided to launch it, which means that giving access literally to all of our data from outside of the platform, which it's kind of disrupting the user understanding of the platform and just understanding what the user is doing. So we give access to it, and like it's insane how the people are using the MCP and the API. Like it's totally changing everything because they are running agents based on TrendTrack data. And every morning, for example, we have a lot of users. I was in a call yesterday with a brand owner that is handling a big brand that he has is in Spain, and the guy is running an agent every single morning based on like what's working inside a specific niche that he's studying that is relevant for his audience. And every morning, the agent go on TrendTrack, check the biggest ads, the ads that are performing, the newest angle that the brand are testing based on the growth rate that I just told you before. And every morning, you get like, this is the hook that you should be using. This is the script that you should be using. This is the image you should be creating.
That's
like there is
wild.
nothing to do, like nothing to do. Like just put a single button every morning.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, so
crazy.
it kind of changed everything, to be honest, the API release and MCP. Yeah.
Wild.
Quentin, I mean, you guys are sitting on a mountain, a treasure trove of data for what is working right now with brands. Could you kind of sprinkle on, open the kimono for us? Is there any one brand that consistently comes up that you think people should be keeping an eye on for what they're doing from ad libraries, from what they're doing from hooks, from all the above? Any kind of like a darling in the space that you consistently see on the platform come up?
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of brand that I take as an example. I think Rise is an amazing example because of the number of ads they are doing. It's absolutely insane. I think they were like 6,000 ads live. I think I checked yesterday or 2 days ago.
Crazy.
Gosh.
There is Men Go to Mars that we just talked before. Men Go to Mars is insane. And stuff like Grunts as well. Grunts is doing what I like with Grunts is that they are doing a lot of AI. So it's a very good example that you can do AI at scale that much.
Wow.
Like for a brand like Grunts that is like iterating every single day. But what is cool on TrendTrack is that you can find the biggest brand, but you can also find the latest brand that are just launched like 1 week ago, but that are already scaling. And those brands, you can find them. So it's a different ICP. It's not brand. It's more about drop shippers and stuff like this. But you can find them and understand like, okay, this is a new product that could be working based on the season, based on all of that. And you can already see, like, for example, if this brand is spending in the US only, or maybe in Vietnam, or just in Brazil. And so maybe you can do the same stuff in another country. So there is
interesting.
You have all the data.
Wow.
I cannot say better.
I think there's a couple of points here, Quentin, that are worth calling out. We had Cody Schneider. Remember we had Cody on, Colin?
Absolutely fantastic.
Cody made a good point about monitoring like what's happening inside of your vertical, inside of your space. And not just obviously monitoring like what's working, but specifically with angles, like charting out like, hey, who is taking what angles for my product, agitating what the pain in what way, and then specifically going a different direction where other people inside of your vertical are not.
Zigzag.
I think there's something of note there. And then Stephen Borelli, CEO over at Cuts, recently said that when he started, he was monitoring. We started Cuts. He was monitoring businesses that were 10 times larger than Cuts. But now that they have grown, they are obviously, immensely successful inside of apparel, the sport of business. He said what he does is he studies brands that are 10 times smaller. And I think there's something interesting here. I think there's something interesting here on this side.
It is something actually that I want to bounce back on it because there is a misconception about like spy tool and stuff, which is like, you do not expect to come on TrendTrack, for example, and just copy paste stuff. That won't work.
Sure.
The audience is already educated most of the time. The product is probably already sold out. Like, it's very difficult to do that. And we work with some. I mean, I think Nick Terrio. Nick is a legend, like working with the biggest brand, and he's giving an advice that I really like. It is like, you go on TrendTrack, you spy the biggest brand, like the biggest one, even though they are not in your industry, not in your niche, not selling the same product as you. And so you just understand how they are handling their ads, what type of concept they are trying to launch.
Yeah.
And then just this concept, you duplicate it for your own industry, but you don't duplicate the like, let's say the copy or the headline and stuff. You just take the inspiration from the biggest brand, because they have 1,000, 50,000 of creative strategies inside the brand. You cannot outscale them. Just take them as an inspiration using our tool. This is really how you're going to enjoy TrendTrack.
I think this is a great point.
And I love the point of looking at outside of your own category. I remember when I was building my brand, I would look for winners outside of the niche that I was playing in. Specifically, I was going and looking at Huel's ads at the time. Huel,
is that what you were looking at? Huel.
Huel was running some textbook static ads that I was like, those are amazing, completely outside of my category, but allowed us to then, okay, let's figure out a way to put this back into our category, change the copy up entirely. Let's change up all of the content itself. But it's proven out because Huel is just scaling up to bananas right now.
Quentin, let me ask you this. Because I think there's a very important email opportunity, specifically heading into Black Friday. And it hits on this point that we're talking about right here about, taking inspiration from the biggest and the brightest outside of your category, et cetera. In terms of email, like campaigns, things sent, how far back can I go? The reason that I ask, what I would love to know from an email perspective is some of the brands that I watch, that I monitor, that I learn from. What I want to see is Black Friday last year. Ooh. What did they send? And when did they send it specifically? I ask that because that calendar piece, hey, how often do I send? What did they say? What was the offer? How did I reiterate? This is like a crucial piece of Black Friday for people to take away from and plan for the future. Is that available inside of TrendTrack? What's that look like?
Listen, you're not helping me, because this is the only thing that could be difficult to have for now.
all right. Maybe for the roadmap. Maybe for the roadmap.
That's exactly the point. Let me explain you. So for the ads, for example, you can see what was happening like 10 years ago. So you go on TrendTrack, you go everything, you got access to everything Black Friday stuff, okay? But for email, the problem is that we kind of bringing something very new to the market. And the email, there is only one solution, is that we get inside all the databases and we scrap every single day. Thing is that we launched email in, I think, January or February. So we don't have the email from the past Black Friday. Okay. Yeah, what you're going to use TrendTrack this year, because next year you're going to have access to all the Black Friday from this year. You're going to be able to see, because we get every new email every single day, when first a brand is going to launch Black Friday, you're going to see them, but not the one from the last year, the one from this year.
I think this is
huge.
This is a great
point. It's huge.
For all of our retention email marketers, looking at flows specifically, who's doing what in flows, what order, campaigns. When I'm thinking about next year, Memorial Day, like what brands can I look at? Gosh. What inspiration can I pull away from? When did they send? What do those campaigns look like? There's a lot to take away from there. I don't know anybody else that can do this right now. I think this is a great point on the email side.
Well, the thing we brought is the all-in-one. Before, I mean, there is a lot of tools that are doing. Doing something similar to what we do. The thing what we bring to the market is that it's an all-in-one. So you get access to the email and also the ads, where we have some competitors that are only doing the ads with the same quality that we provide. So the fact that we have all-in-one is that you get to understand everything, absolutely everything, from the landing pages, from the hook to the email, to the Google strategy, to the TikTok, to the Meta, and even more, in one single place. And that's really what makes TrendTrack different.
Wow. That's bananas. Yeah. I mean, I just know from running my own brand how overwhelming each of those big holidays were for email, where it's like, okay, great. We gotta rev it up again. Let's figure out what ideas we're going to run with. Okay. Well, did anybody else run successful stuff?
Right.
All right. Let's make all the assets again. Okay.
It's such a huge thing. What's the offer? Yeah. How do I send it? How do I reemphasize it without just sending the exact same thing? Yeah. Like how many times you send it? It's like such a thing. I would imagine, Quentin, all this value you're providing, and we've got to be talking, to
$20,000 a month.
$5,000, $10,000 per month. It's my guess, you know, Quentin, right? Is that how much it costs a brand? $10,000 per month
About what? The subscription?
for
You mean?
TrendTrack, yeah.
For TrendTrack, right?
For TrendTrack,
No,
10,000 per month.
a month is like I want to increase the pricing, but it's you know, it's part of the marketing. But no, we are like the entry stuff for the brand is like $89, and after that it's $149. So it's very accessible.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I say this to say, like, having all of this, like, for, you know, call it $100 is like kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to have.
But that's why I did put an enterprise pricing, because in any chance, if someone wants to pay $10,000 a month, I'm open to taking the call. Okay, just for you to know.
That's right. That's right.
Let's go.
That's incredible, man. Okay, Quentin, tell us this, brother. Where can people find you, follow you, talk with you? Man, I've been seeing videos come out. I think there's got to be like resources where people can like learn how to make the most of TrendTrack, et cetera. Where should people find you, talk with you, and learn more, brother?
Absolutely. We do have a Twitter account, which is TrendTrack.io. I think you mentioned it in your last tweet, and well, we have Instagram as well. But please guys, we really want to be close to our users. So every time you're going to come on TrendTrack, you have a suggestion to take a call with us so we can onboard you properly and show you how to use the tool. And inside the platform, you have a lot of educational content where you can understand everything you need to know, and exactly based on what you guys are doing and what you guys need, how to use the tool. Okay, so please write us a message. We will always be there to answer.
Love. Wow. I think too, Colin, coming up, I think that we should create like a segment
absolutely
in the show where we leverage TrendTrack and like look at a playbook specifically, like what brand is doing what, etc. I think something like that would be very valuable.
I told you I was a sales guy. I come in the show.
All right, we'll take that. Let's go, Quentin. Quentin, we appreciate you. We appreciate you making the time to join us. We look forward to having you back, man. Thank you,
guys. Have a good day.